Hello everyone! This is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome one and all to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food Review series. I'm your host, The Report of the Week. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I'm breaking out another wing collar and a frock coat today because it's Taco Bell, and as we know, only the best for Taco Bell. As a matter of fact, not only is this just your standard Taco Bell, it's more than that. This is fine dining. Taco Bell has released the Steak Nacho Fries Burrito. Obviously, you know, I'm a bit old school, if you can't tell. And when I hear steak, you know, I like to think I'm doing some fine dining. I'm at the nice steakhouse. So I wanted to put on something extra nice for a nice steak dinner from Taco Bell. Alright, yeah, the Steak Nacho Fries Burrito. As a matter of fact, I decided, why not? Let's do a 2-in-1 review. So I got the burrito, and then I intend on washing it down with this new drink that they also released, the Cherry Sunrise Freeze. So, new food, new drink, 2 for 1. So I'm not going to try to be too long here, because I know I could go on and on with all of this. So let's get into the burrito here. Alright, the Steak Nacho Fries Burrito. Here's what it comes with. If you can't tell, indeed, the infamous nacho fries are back. They kind of bring these back and forth every couple months at this point, so I don't even bother just trying the fries anymore. That voice crack was just from the fries. That was silly. Alright, on this burrito, here's what's on it. They have crispy nacho fries, steak, tomatoes, sour cream, cheddar cheese, Chipotle Sauce, and Nacho Cheese Sauce. For the price of $5, it's in this bag right here, a lot of sauce. I haven't even opened it, so you know, there could be a hot dog in here for all I know. Napkins. I would presume that this is indeed the burrito. One thing that I noticed is that this item, and this is where things get a little iffy, because I've had some mixed experiences with Taco Bell, granted. And one problem that I have sometimes are these items that have so many different sauces and, you know, cheese, etc., and it becomes, for lack of a better word, a sort of slop, and you can't really taste much of anything. But we'll see. We can't judge a book by its cover. With items like this, I've had good experiences and very bad experiences likewise. So let's open this up. From the outside, of course, it looks like just your standard burrito. I'll get a little thumbnail of me with it like this or something. I'll focus on this. I guess that's good. You know. Burrito thumbnails are always a little tougher than usual, actually, to do, but I think something like that could work. I'll get one like this where I'm a little more in focus. Yeah, burrito thumbnails, like I was saying, are a little tough because, it's a burrito. What could you really showcase here? It's just a tortilla. Alright, anyway. You know what's in it. I know what's in it. We all know what's in it. We'll see what it tastes like. A $5 burrito. The Steak Nacho Fries Burrito from Taco Bell going in. Oh, yeah. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. A bite, and all that's in there is Chipotle sauce and sour cream. Just a whole mouthful of it. This is good. I love it. Yeah. Forget it. I'm not even going to take a bite there. Let's go with the other end. And, I know, but I'm just going to do it. Alright, this is much better now. That was immense sarcasm, what I was saying. That was one of the worst first bites I've ever had. Now we're talking, though. Let's take a couple more bites. We'll take maybe one or two more bites. Alright, now, I'm just going to tell it like it is in terms of this item, and, you know, it's just going to be what it is. Look, we all know why this item was made and what it's marketed for, right? I mean, we know it. Let's just be real here. It's mostly designed, you know, you smoked a couple, and now you're kind of hungry and you want something, and this is there for you. Let's be real, that's why this is on the menu. And I think most folks who are just kind of, you know, in the mood for something, or they've got the munchies, whatever, aren't really going to care about the complaints that I have. So bear that in mind. If you're just getting this just for something to eat, I mean, if you're looking for something more specific, you'll find out. In terms of how it tastes, generally speaking, it's not that bad, actually. Certainly, if you're going in here for certain specific flavors, you may have some complaints. In terms of the consistency thereof and the balance of everything, my main complaint is just the standard one, which applies to all Taco Bell items, not just this specifically, but any burrito of theirs, and you obviously know how it is, where the distribution of things is going to be a bit disproportionate. So there are going to be some areas of the burrito that are going to be heavier on one, you know, item than the other. For instance, on the one end, I took that first bite, and all it was a mouthful of the sour cream and some of the Chipotle sauce, and all I could see is just, it was liquid. That's all that it was. That was the first bite. Those two things just by themselves were horrible, and the next few bites looked like that, so I switched it around, went to the other end, and the other end of the burrito was like exactly what you would hope for it to be. So just bear in mind that could happen to you too, and that's just an issue in terms of Taco Bell in general. It's not necessarily a uniform distribution of the ingredients, so just take that into account. That's all that I'm trying to say. Now, when you're eating it as intended, though, let's take a look from that end that I was taking the bites from, for the most part where everything worked out. It was alright, all things considered. One of the most pronounced flavors that I noticed is actually the Chipotle sauce, and I'd say that's kind of what saves the day. And I've always liked the Chipotle sauce from Taco Bell, and I think I have given it praise in previous reviews likewise for the exact same reasons. The Chipotle sauce just has this really nice spice to it, and that spicy kick that it has, it just gives some much-needed flavor and some diversity in terms of the palate of this meal, and it really does a good job. Alright, aside from that, it's a cheesy burrito. Don't get me wrong, there's that cheese in every single bite. I especially notice the Nacho Cheese Sauce. That's really what you're going to be tasting, because it spreads around quite easily, and there's a good deal of it, so you're really going to notice that. So in terms of the sauces, you're especially going to notice that nacho cheese, the Chipotle sauce, cheesy and spicy in that regard. The sour cream, I thought it was actually going to be a bit more potent than it was. If it's not concentrated, like in that one bite, you're not going to notice it as much. Now, as for the world-famous steak, obviously, I actually saw the guy cutting the filet mignon in the back, and only the best. Only the best. Yeah, the steak. I mean, look, it is what it is. It's steak from Taco Bell, so set your sights high or low accordingly. But I mean, all things considered, look, it wasn't tough, it wasn't chewy, it was actually pretty tender and flavorful, all things considered. It's like the standard beef, but it's cubed in these little cubes, and but again, consistency-wise, totally fine, no real issues in terms of the steak itself. It's exactly what you would expect from Taco Bell. One thing to mention about the fries, you could definitely taste them. They're definitely there. They provide some nice flavor of their own. But one thing that I just don't like in terms of the description of this, and I think you could kind of figure this out anyway, but it's worth mentioning, they mention that these are going to be crispy fries. So people, I think, are actually going to get this thinking, all right, these are going to be like fresh out of the fryer, real crispy, you're going to be able to notice that. They're going to be soggy. And it doesn't matter how fresh the item is or what. Think about it this way. These fries, they're going to soak up all of that sauce. They're going to soak up some of the Chipotle sauce, the Nacho Cheese Sauce, the ranch, or the sour cream, not ranch, my apologies there. And all of that. So they're going to get soggy. They're still going to be warm, they're going to be fresh, but they're going to be soggy. And there is no avoiding that. That is just the way that it's going to be. So take that into account. Just those nacho fries aren't going to be crisp. The tomatoes, that's the other thing. The tomatoes are just kind of there. I saw them falling out of the other end, and I tasted one or two. I don't really understand why the tomatoes are even there. They're kind of pointless, and they contribute nothing. You really can't taste them. They just get lost in everything. But all in all, there's a lot of flavors here, but they blend together nicely. Everything tastes as it should, and it's got a little bit of a spicy kick to it. Take that into account, but yeah, overall, it's not bad. I think most people aren't really going to care that much about the complaints that I brought up, but I think it's worth talking about anyway. It's a $5 burrito, good substance to it though, and not bad all things considered, so out of 10. Like I said, a couple complaints, but by no means is it the worst item I've ever had. Therefore, out of 10, I think this is I would give this a solid 7 out of 10, because all in all, there's a couple things, that I could nitpick here and there, but in the end it tastes alright. And not too much to bash about it there. I've had much, much worse burritos from Taco Bell. So the Steak Nacho Fries Burrito, 7 out of 10. Alright, let's wash this down with this new drink that they also got. They've been advertising this lately. It's called the Cherry Sunrise Freeze. Alright, and take a look at this. There it is. It's a frozen beverage, obviously. And they say that it is a cherry-flavored freeze with a pineapple-orange swirl in there as well. So that's what it looks like right there. Out of focus. And there it is in focus. A little bit of a drink review. This is a regular size, $3.30 for it. And let's just take a little sip. I don't think there's going to be too much to talk about, but why not? We're starting to get into the springtime season soon, and so it's going to be cherry with some pineapple orange. Let's take a taste. The Cherry Sunrise Freeze from Taco Bell, going in. Mostly cherry and orange. Quite sweet, with a subtle hint of pineapple. Pineapple is actually like an aftertaste. First thing you notice is the cherry. Again, very sweet, the cherry. Then that orange, that little citrusy burst from the orange comes in. And then the pineapple is like an aftertaste. Not bad, though. Again, sweet, but, yeah, a pleasant and tasty beverage. So that's $3.30. I actually enjoy that. I'd probably get it again. Hopefully they'll keep it on the menu for a while, especially when it starts getting warmer around most of the country. And I could definitely see this being an enjoyable thing to kind of drink on a warm day. So, all things considered, I would say it's pleasant. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. So that said, there's your review. 2 in 1. Tried out the Steak Nacho Fries Burrito and the Cherry Sunrise Freeze from Taco Bell. Alright, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm your host, The Report of the Week. That's all for now.